Good afternoon, Gogo. Just 1 second. Molweni, Bahlani. How are you guys? How are you? I hope you're all good. Good afternoon. We are good. Good. Another week, another challenge, and we are alive. We thank God for that. So, we are getting right into it. We are continuing our topic about children and snacks. And what is it that we are giving our kids, guys? So, good afternoon, Gogo. You are on mute. Gogo. I can't hear you at all. Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Please type if you can hear me because I can't hear Gogo at all. And I am sure it's not my speaker. Hello? Gogo? Kukhona into off lana. Hi guys, can you guys hear me? I need just somebody to type in if they can hear me. Because I cannot hear Gogo speaking. Hi, Gogo.
Good afternoon.
Hello. Good afternoon,
Hello.
Gogo.
Yes.
Now you are audible. I can
I'm
hear
sorry.
you.
It was the sharing business that interrupted
Okay.
the we have friends. Yes, guys. Good afternoon. And we are here. We are here. How's you? How was your weekend? Mine is great always. Yes.
No, the weekend was weekending, but we are
Yeah, the thing is, you are not here, but I don't know whether people can hear me. Oh, that's good. That's lovely, guys. We are continuing. And it's nice to be here. And I must say, yeah, guys, talking about this topic, it's here really exciting at the same time, somehow frightening, because one can see a lot of flaws, a lot of gaps, a lot of so many things that we need to unlearn and learn, right? And I think today the goal is to awaken ourselves. I must be deliberate to read the labels. I must be deliberate because if you go for shopping and you are just in a rush, I don't think it's a good idea anymore. I don't think so. Yes, we all look for the best prizes, for the best nice, things. But I'm sure after this topic, we will go away that even if we buy nice, it should be also healthy at the same time. If we buy reasonable, because I don't want to say cheap. I don't think there's anything cheap these days. It could only be a reasonable something.
The
Which
thing is
you
that they say in Afrikaans, hulle sê goedkoop is duurkoop. It can be
Ex-
cheap, but at what cost ultimately?
yeah, the prayer that I would love it to. I've been meditating all these years was that Yahuwah, because I know you and your word, and I can take my mind captive to agreement with you. Give me wisdom to reject negative thoughts and fix my mind. And this, it was understanding that if my mind doesn't change, no ways I can change anything. No ways. So it is my encouragement today that we go back to those 4 main happy hormones. We are dealing with them now. And as I was looking and researching about this thing of flavourants, colourants, you name them, I found that the objective of these things is to kill the brain, nothing more or nothing less. And the main hormones that are in attack here, guys, it's those 2 which automatically counteracts the other two. Can I just mention them without getting into detail with those hormones? Because as we are going on with this topic, understand that we are developing what? The human being here. And we are developing what? That little brain that we need to make sure that it can take this whole structure, which is the body. So how is your dopamine faring these days? How is it? How is your serotonin look like? And how is your oxytocin, the pain hormone? How is it like? Do you realize how important that what we are dealing with is crucial? Because now we are dealing with what? We are dealing with that little brain which is developing. And that is why I'm saying I've just become even so scared to talk about this topic, because it scares me and to see how much I have damaged my own brain by knowingly or unknowingly. I have damaged it already. And that is why I'm so passionate that as I'm doing this topic, reflect it yourself so that you are able to take care of others. Unfortunately, there is no shortcut to it. There's no detour. A detour to develop a human being. It's either or you follow the steps or you are doomed. You are doomed. And this is not what I'm looking for. I really don't want to see any one of us with the so-called chronic whatever. I don't want that. So guys, today we are into it again. Colorants. The colorants are the topic that we're going to be talking about. The stabilizers are the things that we're going to be talking about today. The flavourants are the things that we're going to talk about and make you aware about them. And all these things are found in the food that we eat, young and old.
And like we were saying, Gogo, last week, we are developing a young brain, and the focus it's children now, that we need to be helping each other with regards to what we are giving our children and how it's affecting them. And before Gogo continues, I forgot when I started the live to just say and acknowledge our nurses. Say to them, happiness is week or day, month. Your services, there are those nurses that are still nurses, that still have the passion of what they are doing, that are there because it's a calling, but not because it's a job, but it's what they are passionate about, and they do it from their heart, not just in G. So we appreciate you, and Today also it's like I always say, me, I am blessed. I have one retired nurse here and one nurse that is still very nursing, but the nursing in them doesn't, the retired one, the nursing in her doesn't go out because that was her calling, that is still her passion. So thank you, Gogo. The older generation nurse and your next generation nurse, Sister Rainy, thank you so much. We thank you for your service. You can continue, Gogo.
Oh, what you made me even to blush a bit. And, thank you very much for the kind words. And yeah, and, we never would actually get tired of what we were called for. I knew that I need to work for others as young as I was in standard 2, grade 4 with the language today at standard 2. And I was very passionate about nurses. Nurses actually have been attacked for, you can imagine when I was standard 2, I'm hearing people talking about the nurses. Hey, but Tina, you know these people, they're mistreating people, they're what. And me not even seeing that, just seeing people who are carrying with white dresses with their caps, they were looking trim. At least they were, their body, they could, you could admire them. And I say, what are they talking about? These people are helping helpless people, sick people. What are they talking? That's where I want to be. I need to help people. So that, it was the standard, and it never faded away. And thank you so much, Coach Hussein. And we are happy that we have instilled the nursing in you. People don't know you are even beating us now of late. So we are glad for that. Your mentor, also, I can't talk, I am really speechless when I come to Sister Rainy. And we are not here to lift, we are here to lift Yahuwah, who has given all these things, and we can only be servants to what we are called for. And thank you very much for the good and inspiring work that you are doing, guys, as a team. YM has just become a big professional nurses, in one. So I'm glad. You can see, Sister Rainy, the minute you touch anything to do with Western. No. We are not dealing with that here in YM. No, if they understand that we are dealing with new start here, we are dealing with natural here. She will be like very mad the minute you mention any drug. Being nurse, that has to be balanced, because she's now have to deal with these two in one. But don't mention anything to do with a pill or drug to her. She can even, she's not a fighter. She's not an aggressive person. But you can see she can clap you when the minute you come and tell her about the issue of, hey, and I laugh always. I laugh because the tongue slips. Hey, it's better that she consult, maybe go to the, what, mama? Can you really say that? Hmm? Don't you have something in place that you can help that person with? Don't come and tell me about, hey, retala tupa, mona tupa. Anyway, it's exciting, honestly, to be here. Now, guys, we have a serious topic, and it must be understood. We are not here to knock down or to condemn any food, any industry, any brand here. And we are not specialists on these things. All what we are sharing here is the experiences and observations that we have seen. And as you heard coaches is saying, we are here to help as to how best can we develop this young human being, this young brain in the utero, because that's where we started. Outside the utero, it's an ongoing. And now the brain has just become the most organ target, because that's where everything starts. I was like, when I was busy researching here, you'll be bumped to AI, and AI is quoting the Bible. I say, yo, even Bible knows about the Bible is talking about. It was quoting another verse where First Corinthians, First Corinthians 6, I think. I said, yeah. So this issue of mind definitely comes from even the Bible, that we need to be sober minded. We need also our hearts, where everything starts. Before it goes here, we need also to be accepting, and it should be something clean from the heart that we accept. I said, wow, this is really, really, really encouraging. And that we even take the scientists they don't disagree as to who is the foundation of this brain, doesn't disagree how he has put a plan in place that we keep this brain properly. If people can just sit and leave everything, leave arguments and leave the too much knowledge, go just to Genesis 1, that chapter, read it prayerfully and understand that in the context of applying it here. Even the child, when he's born, she's gonna be born, we were saying, do we ever plan when we make a child, the night we sleep, or whatever time we sleep and have sex? Do we ever say, oh, today we are having this fun because we are building a child? Never. I don't
Not
think.
always. Not always it's intentional. Sometimes it's only, we must also acknowledge that our times and times now have changed. And yes, before kids were not planned, but because there was no need, or there was no conversations like that, things just happened. But now things have evolved so much that people do have conversations about, now we want to start a family, now we want to start bringing our mini kiosks in this world. So they do plan. So it's different situations, scenarios. Yes, some still just come, uh, they just come, they become miracles. We always say kids are a gift from God. We can plan, we make plans, but God decides. So yeah.
Okay, let's leave this topic. It's for another day, I think.
Yeah.
But all what I was trying to say is that even if there's that topic taking place, there's no specific to say today we're gonna make a child. It just happens that, okay, Mr. Menstruation, first month, then second month, something like that. But at the end of the day, a human being has been formed. It has been formed, whatever. And what do you do? What do you do once you know that? Do you start to behave understanding that now we are 2 plus 3? Because you still don't have to leave this young adult who is now a child. You will be just amazed. A baby gonna have a baby. What is his role to make it possible that your mental state, your health, it's in balance to bring this young one in the womb? Does he buy proper food that must nourish both of you? Does he keep your moods, your mind is sober? All those things. There's no separation there. Okay. Now, the issue of content. I will just mention 2 where people should go and do their research, serious research. That we make mistakes that are so subtle that we continue with the tradition. My mother used to like a porridge with milk. She would put sugar, a little bit of salt. Is her most beautiful treat. She'll be eating so nice. And I didn't worry much as to why does she has to put sugar when she eats this porridge and milk. And now that I realize as to we can eat clean, proper, but we overdo it and we do other things traditionally. My mother used to eat pap with milk and sugar and some bit of salt with butter. She would put butter also on top of that. And because she was doing that, I saw her doing that, That is why one of the objective here is that you cannot come and learn how to feed your child what you don't eat. Because these young ones, especially that 1 year to 7 years, they are observing, they are watching me. What am I doing? And they gonna emulate exactly that. That is why we've got now kids who will be saying, I don't want pumpkin, I don't want pumpkin. Because why? You don't want pumpkin. You don't want it. It is not him. The issue is if you don't eat pumpkin, how do you expect me to eat pumpkin? You see, where are the things? And this thing started when you were pregnant in utero. What you used to like and dislike, this little baby, this little child is gonna not like all those things either. You were eating soil. She's gonna eat. I never ate soil. Ajaja mobunna. And I have never seen any child of mine eating mobu. Aksoma. There are those people when they are kilakasa mobi. The next minute the child is born is chowing the mobu. It's if that mobu is even being sold somewhere in the market, people are buying that, they are eating it. So how do you then? You were feeding him this thing. He's immune into this thing. So he's gonna stick to what you were eating. I was
They
looking
stick to what
friend.
they are familiar with.
Yes, the meal rice. We were having meal rice here, and then the aunt has mixed it with the. He was busy looking for meal rice, the rice, the white rice. We were even picking it out of this sauce. He wants that white thing only, because that's what he can associate it with. So it's very crucial that we also learn that here we are even teaching us
Hi, son.
the very thing that you didn't want. Now it's time to maybe learn to love it, whether you like it or not. But it's time now to learn, because for you, for your kids, for your children to eat properly or to eat the right things, you must eat them together. You must eat them together. They must see you also having your plate with her, sitting, eating that wheat bix without sugar together. So I'm just wanting to show you what it means to flavourants. The contents only in the which are the blockers of development and growth. All these things, at the back of your mind, they are blockers. Write it in black and white. Blockers of development and growth are what is in this thing that you are eating on a daily basis. And before you know it, you are surprised with a child who is hyperactive. Yourself, you are jittery. Yourself, you wake up in the morning, you are so disorganized, you are just shouting them, you are just, everywhere. You can't even know what you are doing. You are just equally like them. And you want to put them in order. You are not in order mentally yourself. You are hyper. You are hyper. You are just like this. Hey, So, as I'm saying, we are becoming children also today. The main thing, this gluten, we're gonna maybe have it separately and give what is gluten, because it's good and bad. It's the same as cholesterol, which is good and bad. So gluten, it falls also under that category. That it is gluten, yes, in most of the food, like wheat, it's got this gluten. Things like even the good ones, soya, beans, whatever, you'll find that gluten, it's still circled there. Allergen, gluten. But I'm going, pack it there, write it there, remind me of it. I will deal with it separately, because it's not something that we classify it as bad. But these ones that I'm going to mention, we need to make sure that when we buy, check your colorants, check your stabilizers. Those two words, be familiar with them. The three, it's colorants, it's flavorants, it's the stabilizers. Be familiar with those three, which are nothing else but what you need to understand, that at some stage you need to make sure that you start or you buy, like fresh things.
So, Gogo,
Because
you said it's colorants, stabilizers, and what? Flavorants.
flavorants, things that gives flavor.
Okay.
Flavorants, stabilizers. Okay. Now let's start with the colorants. And whoever is near to her cupboard, grab a box of your wheat bix. And check what are the ingredients in that. And you will find they use words, and if you don't know, you'll think it's something, very, very crucial and very important. I picked up its flour, which is a flavor. They flavored it, flavorants. I don't know what have they made. It's wheat, Mare. It's flavorant, right? And they added sugar in it, and they added glucose syrup. Okay? And there's what they call sulfites in wheat bix. And I just want to point these two words: sugar, glucose syrup. What is that? What is that? And it took me to, now I must describe sugar for you to understand that when you buy anything, and it says sugar. Understand as to what are they talking about in this thing that you have buy. You have bought a box of wheat bix. It talks about sugar. It talks about the glucose syrup in the wheat bix. For what? For what?
And we still are gonna add another sugar again.
And
when
that's
we
where
eat.
I'm going. That's where I'm going. That people on top, they still gonna put sugar there. Oh, he doesn't like it without sugar. Do you see how now this thing, even if it was going to help be a good thing, you have spiked the sugar to the extreme? Because you don't even know in one that block of wheat bix, how many teaspoons are there in one block? And here you are, 1, 2. What are you eating? And on top, there's this glucose syrup that they are talking about, which I still want to understand. The glucose syrup, whilst they have put sugar, where the glucose has been extracted from this sugar, and they say they have added it again. What is that? Does it make any sense? So,
And this is what we give our children in the morning before they go to school.
exactly. And at 9, you are called, it's either this child is disruptive or this child is sleepy. He's sleeping in class. It doesn't concentrate, doesn't want to pay attention. They start at the assembly there. I used to see them 5 minutes is enough for them for concentration span. They will be fighting. They will be holding each other. They will be doing all this. Grade 1 to 7. That is the school that I on Fridays I'm holding some health message in relation with the scripture. So, hey, now the sugar is made up of small. The sugar origin, it must come from the plant, which is the cane. It's cane sugar, right? Or it can be from the, what do they call this thing? There's another one. But the origin of sugar, it comes from the sugar cane. And then the processes that it takes, it will be in small crystals. After it has been extracted from the sugar cane, it will be then extracted into granular form. And then it's then put into some kind of heating, and it will extract syrup of sugar cane, or there's another one where they call the sugar beets, until those crystals are formed. Okay, then it will be then spinned around to remove the syrup from the crystals. And that syrup, it will be the liquid molasses. I can rather eat molasses. And that is why, look, they are now refining the sugar, refining it to make it this white thing in your sugar pot. They sell the right sugar separately, molasses. And we hate molasses, but we like this fully white sugar, which is refined. Ne? And it is further refined so that it's that pure. All the good things have been sucked out of that. Because now there's even this granular sugar. You see that they are saying it's organic. It's very scarce and very expensive. 1 kg of that crystal organic sugar, it's going for 80 rand now, 1 kg. It's organic. It has not been tempered too much. Then they still suck out where you're gonna end up with this sugar that we like, the sugar in the sugar pot. Then they sell all these good ones as something very important. There's molasses. They are selling it separate. And malt, they are selling it separate. And organic, the good crystal, which is a competitor to the white sugar, they then make it even impossible for you to buy. As I'm saying, 1 kg of organic sugar, and you will never find it white. No, it's brownish in color. If you are a real shopper, just go to this retail stores. I know the biggest where I normally get it. It will be places like Pick n Pay, like those next to the very sugars. You might bump it there, but I'm telling you, it's expensive. And there is this one that they call the brown, the beets sugar beets. That this one that makes cakes and whatever. Do you see? It's always very like wet, like it is very in the plastic there. When you touch it like this, it's like it's granule, and it's dark. It's dark in color. It is also very expensive. It's not affordable for households. It can only be if you do have bugs, you bake with it. But the issue is that one also, it's different, very different from your white sugar. So I thought this fine white crystal you normally see, it's fake sugar. Run away from that, please. For backfall position, because for a strange reason, molasses, malt is a bit expensive nyana, mare. The two you can have to substitute this pot sugar for your children. Okay. Now, I was just making you aware to see this glucose syrup. It's a questionable ingredient there. Because glucose, why? Because this glucose comes from this sugar after it has been made out. There will be a watery sugar in water form. So why is it put again there? And how?
Why?
So these are the things that you need to observe. So with this, there's no reason for anyone, put sugar again there. There is sugar in that thing. All what you need to do is to put what? Milk, nuts, and the seeds. It's only what is needed in that soft porridge in the morning to help the brain, the body to develop. Nuts and seeds would give the issue of omega-3. Now, let's come to the other very popular noodles. Let's come to the popular diet. Noodles. There's sugar. There's wheat flour in the noodles. There's starch. Tell me, you should just listen the list and tell me with your little knowledge that there's wheat flour, which would take the form of your starch, okay? But there is starch that is put again. I don't know what is that starch. It's just written starch. There's gluten there. There's palm oil. There's this deadly, which people don't even know how much this ingredient is damaging old and young. Go and Google it. I'm not going to talk about it, but since I learn about this thing, anything that is having this, I run away from it. Yes, I do get caught up somewhere, but I deliberately, when I see it, I switch off. TBHQ. This chemical, it's even in everywhere. Food, your beauty, your hair, it's everywhere. TBHQ. Go and Google about it. I will give you even the websites where you can prove for yourself and find out about these things. There's water. There's salt. There. We are still mentioning the list of the noodles, right? Then they have the stabilizers. Hey, bato. The stabilizers, there's E412, there's E422, there's E3, there's E301, there's E351. All these stabilizers, it's numbers, but these resembles anything. I haven't, I know about some of them. What could be in it mean? Could it mean the E412 could mean petrol, could mean fluoride, could mean anything. So it is up to us. As I'm talking, I'm sure you have your book. You write these things because, guys, this is not a joke. As the word says, stabilizer, it's also stabilizing your child's brain. The purpose is to stabilize that brain. That's all. Now, there's another one. It's got soap base flavor. Soap base flavor. Ntho e ka reng ke sopo. Flavor. Which comprise of salt, meat foundation. What is that? Meat foundation. It's got maize flour. Here's maize flour. The E621. Maize flour E621. In these very stabilizers, there's also PSX. There's black pepper. Understand, it's a soap-based flavor. It comprises of all this list.
Gogo, sorry. You are saying soap or soup?
Soup.
Oh.
Base flavor.
Hey.
Soup.
Okay.
Soup. Sorry for my English. Soup flavor. Ntho e latsehang jwalo ka sopo. Ntho e latsehang jwalo ka sopo. E na le dintho tsena tse ke di bala. Re feletse ho black pepper akere ra tla ho yaba onion powder. Ha ke lutlwe ha bana le caster sugar hona mo. Ha ba le garlic powder hona mo. Ha ba le caramel powder ha ke lutlwe ke E551 caramel powder. Ha ba na le beef flavor soyari. A ke tsebe ke ntho eo. I don't know.
So, Gogo, what you are saying in essence is that when we go to the shops, we must go when we have time, so that we can read these labels and at least have an idea what you are bringing into the house. And from what I'm listening to, even the things that we give our children, especially the little ones, much as they love them, we have to be extra, be cautious and extra careful as to what we are giving them, what we are feeding the cell of that developing brain. That's what I'm hearing. Because
Then they love this.
unfortunately, for some of us, we have already killed our kids' brains because at least they are older now, they make their own decisions, but there are still young ones that are coming. So we need to be savvy grandmothers and aunts.
Yeah, but then you can soon be uphuka ditshintshi. Ba ntse ba gogo jale molato ke gogo, huh? Who are you? No, I'm Nombi. Ungwanama. You see? Then before you know it, limpona kantle ke tsotsi. Hey mama Janu. Then Aurora, go. Why are you naked? Hi, wahlanya wena. Ke naked ke tsotsi kae? Ha o bone ke apere. Ka nako ke moshampane ke tjenana. I can't see. So, that's why I said these things, they work both ways, young and old. Re loketse ho ithuta setjha. Look, the developing brain, developing mind, e batla the nutritional value e we fumanang into this noodle. Le mamel, Leon, hore, which one is better? Bon, protein ke 11% fair. Out of this, all this coupled hababe hore what a bacteria, what chemicals, damaging chemicals percentage e we fumaneng ka ho jantweng. Yeo yona, it's hidden, it's not being said. It doesn't get labeled here as a nutritional information that we must know, so that we don't just eat this thing on and on and on. We should know what are we gonna achieve after eating this one. Protein is 11%. Actually, why we have this lot of obesity and triggering, and mind you, understand in this noodle, nothing healthy has been put. Nothing. Ntho tse mona tse ke di boletseng, bo meat foundation bana, bo ing bana, bo onion ing which they are base flavor. Ke ntho tse etsang taste flavor. Ha se real meat. It's not real maize. It's not real black pepper. It's not real onion. Castor sugar yona ke tsebe e batlang mona jwale yona. It's not real garlic. You see? Castor sugar le caramel powder. Ka nnete ha ke tsebe di batlang tsona mona. Ha ke tsebe.
Drink water. Breathe.
You see, better how no metsi, new start.
Breathe. And drink water.
Yeah. Hey, you get so passionate. You're so passionate.
You should have seen. At least I got the privilege of watching her prepare for the lives, ne? And guys, I must say, hey, she goes to lengths. But she all my groceries was out yesterday, I think. Literally going through each and everything. So I think my cupboard is gonna have a spring cleaning. I tell you.
So, some of these, ne, there's this thing called Andy what? It's Andy candy. Leona, hey, I found some things into some people. Hey,
Hi, Taffy. How are you, my brother?
So,
How are you?
I was looking to this thing, Kerivatron. These things, in this, the Popeye says, I will Andy what bow. Then at a shop there, because that paper in a little tonsonyana tseo tsa dipoponyana tseno, so he would be demanding that because we born there. and without you also teaching hore. No, all these things, yes, they are just a demonstration, but they are not for consuming. Because you are not glued up yourself, you buy. She eats. She gets active because that's the goal. That's the goal. That the brain of this little one should be damaged, should be the slave of somebody thinking for him or for her. You know? And we don't even know the meanings, the original meanings of these things. I was surprised to learn also the meaning of sugar. Origin yating, it's from a Chinese term, cha, chi, which it's literally meaning sand. Sand, S-A-N-D, sand. And it also means ground, gravel, you know. So it's a sand-like product from the sugar plant, which is sugar. So is this sugar, the sugar cane, is it bad for us? The answer is no, it's not. If you eat the sugar cane as it is, jalo ka ne re ja, re ne re ke ntshwe ka Sesotho, ntshwe ke lehlakanya, ke lehlaka tjena. That sugar, it's original. It's what the body is going to recognize. It will hopola, oh, chomi yaka, I'm going to convert you to what? To glucose. That is why in the body we've got blood glucose. Ena eba ya gang mona bantse ba re glucose, fructose, sucrose, lactose. These are the words tse ba re wait tse ba re etsang tjena ka tsona. They are added in the food, all these things, and that's why we need to choose. Akere le utlwile ntshwe ha o e ja e le jwalo, it's good sugar here. It's good sugar. It will be absorbed in the body and be converted to glucose. This took me also even to when we were still practicing, where we would have a drip of it's dextrose. It's glucose dextrose, which is called dextrose, where the patient needed to be like most of the time it would be the type 2 diabetes people and so on, and those others who would need some boost of energy. Now, that's why natural or carrying sugar, it's good from fruits, and the origin of the sugar cane or the sugar beets, if you can get them organically where they are planted and eat them as they are, then you will get, because the body needs, your brain, it's a hungry organ. It does need sugar. But what type of sugar does it need? Organically and grown. Fresh fruits. You will never get the right sugar from all these things. But sugar in water, sugar is there. That it's just there to definitely minimize your most of these sugars, their source, it's not the right source. And the sugar cane or the sugar beets, those are the original. Then now the sugar, there's already GMOs everywhere. It can be made from the labs. Okay? So I think I have tried to explain why I answered the question of why we have to read the labels. I think, host, that I have answered successfully. And I already answered the question of different meaning of words. Because, as I'm saying, that sugar that has to be converted. You eat it, it gets into the body. Your pancreas is activated and it secretes insulin, which moves glucose in a language understandable, sugar molecules into the cells and converts them to energy. When you eat with that mind that this thing, ekijang, that it has to be beneficial in the body so that isalofeta metjhining e mengata. There are so many systems involved for this thing at the end, as an end product, where it will be in the bloodstream, distributed to the whole body. That's why when we need energy, it's not gonna help, because the body is not gonna be able right there to even convert it. There's no chemical or enzymes that will and then what does it do? It's somewhere, before you know it, cholesterol, high cholesterol, because this sugar ring wena we jele and it take a skeke where even the mafumona o tla bona batho ba fuwa bo metsi, mo fe metsi a tswekere.
What's with the shade, Gogo?
No, mo fe metsi a tswekere a theole pelo. I don't understand. Mo fe metsi fela plain a lokile. Jale a tswekere mosdane le mo bakela le yana hore a ye hona mokoting ka speed. Nothing is gonna help, So
Re advanced no re ba fa drink ya gas.
that's a bit worse, even. It's even worse. And all these ingredients in that gas, they are there. What TBH, they are there. So you are still not winning. You are still making it worse. They say, but sugar from simple caps, like tsona tse ntse re di bolela tse bo candy what bo eng bo noodles ba, they spike, they cause blood sugar to spike and crash and bringing what? Fatigue, irritability, and digestive issues. You see now, you haven't solved anything. Opakile skaftini sa ngwana, all these spiking sugar to the west, thinking you are treating your child nice. Kaftin size behind. How na fruity mono? This child doesn't even eat beans. The beans ing, and you are busy pumping the body with all kinds of irritability and hyperactivity. When you see that child so uncontrollably and whatever, nahana ka mollo o wena o kentse dikgong tse jwang. What type of fuel have you put there? And not once throughout this young development, up until, that's why when they pass 7, they graduate to consuming snacks like you cannot believe. Drink doesn't take any water. It's these fancy drinks, it's snacks. You give him pocket money, he buys. Even they know that now when I pass standard 1, I don't get 10 rand. It's little. I go to standard 2, it's 20 rand. Standard 3, 30 rand. Standard 4, 40, 50, 60, 70. When after grade 7, it's a 100 rand pocket money. Yeah, because le dumelane when I pass to the next grade, you give money. So you're gonna buy this. 10 years, he graduates further because the fancy drinks and the chips don't help the brain. It doesn't get satisfied. The hyper is getting out of order. Then he starts to taste. The brain says, yeah, yo, this is nice. Wow. Bring it more. Bring it more. By 15 years, he has graduated. Because now, along that, there's education. You are told your child is uncooperative, he's hyper, he's fighting other children, he's stealing, he's doing whatever, he's out of hand, he's what. You take him to the medical checkup. Oh, they say, no, let's calm him down. Drugs. The issue of food, it's not even being touched by anyone. No one touches that. Then drugs, and he graduates from those drugs because tsena tse bileng e leng tsa bo doctor, I was like, hey batho, mara what on earth? There's a quote from Dr. Amen, from Amen Clinic. I love that doctor, and I would love each parent here. Analingwana or hyper, ring or hyper, which are words linki batla after this topic. Uno bitse ngwana ntho tseo, mabitso ao a tlowe melomong ya rona, because we are the people who are encouraging these things. Teach yourself to learn what causes this behavior of my child. Dr. Amen says from clinic, change the way we look the mind. Let's change the way we look the mind. I was surprised. I've been working and I've been, assisting with anesthesia, sticking in theaters and all those things. I didn't even ask myself what ingredients are in this thing. One of them is ketamine. It has been formulated 50 years ago. It is an anesthetic that dulls pain. Wayutwa dulls pain. And it has an hallucinogenic effects. Hallucinating. Ubona batho ba ntse ba bua ba maitsang ke drug ke eo. And the person feels detached or disassociated from his body. What type of drug is that? Yeah? And this drug is known as a recreational party drug. Recreational party drug. You are partying with yourself or partying because it has detached you from you. Now it's you. It's le mo partying wena Leon, if you think it, literally. So this child just needs change the way you look to the behavior and start to make sure you help this body to eat the right food. Okay? So that this body should start to be able to have proper nourishment that will have the right blood glucose to help with the energy. Let us be deliberate when we even do preparation from the grocery list to the preparation to why are we not being able to do like the noodles? I don't knock them down, but I say, is it really difficult for you to learn how these noodles, since your child loves them, to make them? Is it not better? And in the meantime, what I have seen Magazi doing with a little son, he would put some, soup veggies there, or the sauce of maybe chicken stew that he has he has cooked, to give at least nourishment. But it shouldn't be every day because of these dangers that we have already identified here. We have to understand that these stabilizers, they are busy altering your child's mind to operate in a very total, inhuman way. We need to feed this brain properly so that it actually becomes, thinking straight, thinking right. These ice creams that we are giving, guys, they are deadly. They are not for our good. They are for the market, for market to make money. Finish. Nothing else. So that's why we have to be choosy about what is it that we are buying. Commonest things like cheese, commonest things like ice creams, commonest things like milk, meat, eggs, market around. There are people who are still farming to a certain extent organically. There are still those people. We just need to have a little pain of marketing around, Daily consumption of sugar, most of it is refined sugar. It's refined sugar. There's no argument about it. The addition to the diet, it increases the calories more. It doesn't give any vitamins. It doesn't give any minerals. It's just sugar that is questionable. And even the scientists, they agree that sugar is causing a lot of havoc. So cane sugar acts upon the tissues like a chemical substance, such an acid or caustic. So it actually damages the refined one. So the solution is, let us look for options. I think we have already just indicated, maybe as we will be wrapping, we will give alternative, but write this one. Molasses, malt, which is available, YM, DM them, they would definitely be able to help. Candies injure mucous membrane of the stomach, weakens. That's why you find kids, most of the time, the allergies are not going away. It's one after another. And there's also things like diarrhea, discomfort, bloating. The walls, the mucous membrane, which is supposed to be healthy, secrete the right juices for the intestinal flora, needs a healthy environment, it's damaged. Ne? And once the candy eaters, they often suffer gastritis. Ne? So the things like molasses would give the right amounts of sugar, glucose, vitamins at the same time, minerals are there, fiber is there also. So the stomach is being helped not to be acidic. Because most kids just now, they are even wearing glasses. Cataract has kicked in at that very young age. So unrefined concentrated sugar as raw sugar or syrup from the sugar cane or sugar beet are preferable to white sugar. Where honey, organic honey also. Because don't forget, people are clever. This very honey, they make it with sugar, the same white sugar. They are making honey. And you think that you have bought sugar. It's even better those who will be writing that it's honey syrup. It's not sugar, it's syrup, you know. Where honey or other natural sweeteners are not available. You can then use that molasses. Ne? So avoiding all this, the list goes on and on. Each and everything that the kids likes. Guys, check what is it that is affecting the hyperactivity of your child. That very thing that he likes or she likes very much, just go extra mile. That's the one that you need to be in talks with her. Teach him why this thing is affecting his brain. Because things like diethyl glycol, they are there in the ice cream. Pepanoil, the day I heard about this one, that it's used in the place of vanilla. This chemical is killing lice. More ice creaming. We can send tubulayang dinda haibo. We need to be careful. Look, aldehyde C is used to flavor cherry ice cream. It is an inflammable liquid which is used in aniline dyes, plastic and rubber. And yet, it's a very ice creaming. Wa pineapple flavor, right? Who can say ethyl acetate there? It is a cleaner for leather and textiles, and its vapor have been known to cause chronic lung, liver, and heart damage. They are not being natrata banana flavor of ice cream. It's used as an oil paint solvent. Guys, no.
So I go. We have
strawberry. It's used for its strawberry flavor. Strawberry flavor. Ne? It's a nitrate solvent. These things are used in the food, and yet they are not showing label that you buy this at your own risk. Never. So our fallback position is to make ice cream. It's simple. We did sometimes spoke about it, that you can be so creative and make the same ice cream without, if your children like vanilla, you would go all out and find the ingredient that is vanilla side. I can talk about fruits. Pineapple, you buy that, you blend that, you put it in the scoops, you freeze it there. Your children are going to enjoy that the same way as the ice cream. Be creative. Strawberry, because in your mind you are now channeling them to develop mentally and be able to calm down. We are going to be now delving into solutions in maybe a comprehensive way of some diets and some alternatives to certain things that children love so much. You can be able to as I made an example of rice and maybe some soup of vegetables and mix it with that rice. The child is a trainable person, and you entice him because now it's true, you have caused trouble already, and it is you who needs to correct it. It is still you who needs to come with creativity, with things that will actually entice this child to be able to do what? To understand that it is for his own good. So I promise as I'm closing that this information, you can go to the American Journal of Public Health. You can go to the National Institute of Drug Abuse, because some food are equally the same as people that we term drug addict. We are drugged by the food that we love. A person wouldn't dare pass by having, once there's food that every day you can't go without, know that you are drugged. And those who have already children with this hyper stand of making sure that he finds out in the brain what is happening with it, following these 3 steps: areas of brain that work well, areas of brain that work too hard, and areas of brain that do not work hard enough. Don't go on with that type of advice that doesn't address those 3 steps. Before anything, before any drugs, what is happening inside your child's brain for him or for her to be this hyper? That's my contribution today, to say, guys, labels are very important. I'm not sure. I had to stay to this one because jumping to something before this is addressed, it's not gonna help much the problem. Check what are you giving your child to be this hyper, to be named an ADD or any of that sort. Start to detox your child. We've got a list that we're gonna give you. In the meantime, pure water. does miracles to flush the system. Thank you so much. I think this is my prayer that this message go out. Please share with others. Guys, there's war with our health, with our children's health. We need to fight also. So share with others, let's empower so that we are the doctors of our own. And we get out of this mentality that we are dependent to somebody else. Yahuwah has given us everything. We just need to unleash that knowledge that will lead us to the wisdom and understanding of everything. And we don't sell this truth with lies. Let's not counteract first before we research for ourselves, because counteracting truth with lies, it's not gonna help. Research for yourself. We are sharing what we have discovered in our own journey, our own life, own families, and it's working. So yes, it might not work for you, but at least you are empowered to do what is good and not cause problems further. With that, thank you so much. Let's be strong and be warriors. Please share this message and subscribe and support the channel so that we can have more ears, we can have more health warriors that can stand boldly for their own. And we live longer. We live longer. Thank you very much, host. We want to know the truth. Thank you.
Thank you, Gogo. Just one thing. I'm very time cautious, ne? Your time is until 1:30. You have eaten my 15 minutes already.
Thank you so much. Sorry about that.
So, but anyway, thank you very much, Gogo. Thank you. I hope that everybody has something that they have taken away. There are always takeaways from these lives. The biggest one that I took today is that we must be intentional about reading the labels and we must be intentional on checking what we are giving our children. The other thing is that being said, when we cannot just expect our kids to do things that we are not doing. They are copycats. Monkey see, monkey do. You are drinking Coke, but you want to give them water. They are not going to take that. If you drink water with them, they will drink that water. I have a 2-year-old here that's teaching me a lot about life right now. So I am learning from him as well. Because yes, we always run to, this child is hyperactive, this child is doing this and that, but we don't go to me, parent, what am I giving my child? And how am I helping my child to become? So thank you so much. This is a well-researched topic, guys. And we are grateful, Gogo. Like Sister Rainy said, that from being a 9 to 4 full-time nurse, you transition into being a full-time ambassador of what you are doing. And so we thank you so much for that, and we appreciate you. Don't take me too much to head. You know that I fell on my head when I was a child, so sometimes, yeah, my mouth runs before I think. So don't worry about that. Thank you so much, guys. For those who missed this live, it will be uploaded on YouTube. Follow our channel so that you are able to catch up on what was said. And we are replacing that sugar with black molasses, guys. We are replacing it. It's not even negotiable. No sugar for my kids, black molasses for my babies. Thank you so much and have a lovely afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And this very kid of mine that is 73 years, that also her, no sugar for her.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
Let us
true.
go. Bye,
She
guys.
she become a very hyper. She wants to walk 8 kilometers. So no sugar for her. Thank you.